After I am will shape your life. What you speak after I am, what you believe. In the English language, I am. Because what comes after I am will shape your life. What you speak after I am, what you believe after I am, will control your decisions and shape your life.
I am powerful. Whatever I want to achieve, I believe that I am capable. It's all attainable. And what you speak after the words I am will shape you. Those words will really make or break you. So be careful what you're saying every day. You don't let the negativity come in and take you. Stay strong and positive and you will make a breakthrough. The two words I am are so powerful. So if you say that you're stuck and you're stressed, then you are. But if you aim for the stars and you shoot, you go far. It all comes from within. Just think about it. If you believe that you're great, you will attempt great things. When you affirm I am strong, you know the power that brings. The words will shape you in a powerful way. Make sure every day look in the mirror and say, I am. I am. I am powerful. I am a beast. I am a warrior. I am unique. I am. I am.
The words on the laptop.
I am powerful. It's not just a phrase that you say. You've got to feel it, believe it. You've got to scream it and be it. Repeat it every day. Don't let your power go to waste. Use this information and write your affirmations. Turns into incantations. Unlock your hidden power. Affirm I am amazing. This is your recreation. No more procrastination. Now there you're empowered. You're no longer unconscious. Let the words I am seep into your subconscious. You got so many options. I am anything and everything I wanted. The two words I am are so powerful. So if you say you're depressed and you're tired, then you are. But if you say I'm great and believe, you go far. It all comes from within. Just think about it. If you believe that you're great, you will attempt great things. When you affirm I'm strong, you know the power that brings. The words will shape you in a powerful way. Make sure every day look in the mirror and say, I am. I am. You gotta speak it into existence. You gotta be persistent. Shake up the system. No longer I can. From now it's I can. No longer I want. From now it's I am. You can overcome anything. You can achieve and overachieve all of your dreams. If you believe and see it in your mind, you're gonna get there in the physical. So just remember these principles. Say it every day. I am capable of anything. I am powerful. I am strong. I am everything I wanna be. I am rich. I am successful. I am wise. I am more than enough. I am a winner. I am a champion. I'm an achiever. Believer in myself. I am disciplined. I am health. I am whole. I am wealth. I am. I am.
Thoughts are powerful. Thoughts lead to action. Actions over time become habits. And habits lead to long, lasting results.
Amen. So I want everybody,
The two most powerful words in the English language are I
I
am.
want everybody in the chat to type it out. I am a successful trader. I am a successful trader. I want you to type it out and I want you to put it in the atmosphere. I am a successful trader. Okay, guys, it's going to be a fun night. Y'all are going to have to bear with me. I am back. I'm at home, but I'm back on the laptop because I had somebody ask me a question about MT4. Y'all know I have a Mac, and I could not figure out MT4 on my Mac. And I had to buy a Windows computer. So their question was, I'm trying to get this off of here. Okay. Their question was on MT4 on their computer, how do they put their account on it? So whatever account, whatever broker, whatever broker you started your, I don't know, your demo account with, your trading account with, on their website, they are going to have a MT4. Okay, so on that website, you will download whatever broker's MT4 to your computer. Okay, as you can see, mine right here is FX Choice MetaTrader 4. When you start your account, be it live or be it demo, they are going to give you an account number and a password. Okay, so it's very important that you guys keep up with that, your account number and your password. So let's see what you do is you're going to go to File. You're going to go down to log into your trade account. Okay, when you click that, it's going to prompt for your account. Your login is going to be your account number. Your password is going to be whatever the password they gave you. And then you're going to click here, be it FX Choice, be it Live, Classic, Demo, whatever, okay? Then you put that information in, and then you click Login. When you click Login, it's going to log in your account, and then your account will be working. So I hope this helps. Hope that helped. Let's see if you're on. Yes. Okay. When you pull up, okay, whatever broker you have, whatever broker that you set up your demo or live account with, on their website, they're going to have a MetaTrader 4. You need to download the corresponding MetaTrader 4, okay? So then when you get the MetaTrader 4 downloaded to your computer, you go to File, you go to log in to your trade account. Your login, that's going to be the account number. Password is going to be the password that they gave you. And right here, you'll either click live or demo. And then log in. And then when you log in, it's going to, should all be synced up and hooked up for you. Okay. Okay, great. All right. So last night where we ended up at was, I believe did we finish day 4? I think we did. I'm going to look. Let me pull up my handy dandy syllabus that I keep on the notepad to my phone so that it's easily accessible at all times. I'm hoping, I know the back office is supposed to go down tonight at some point in time. So while they're doing the updates for the new payout system, let's hope it's not tonight. I mean, let's hope we can still get in. I didn't even think about that. I think it's I think it's size. Yes, we're in. Great. Okay. Okay, so today we are starting with day 5. It looks like we are finishing up market structure. Last night, the last thing that we did was we touched on a little bit of entries. Okay. Yeah, hold on.
Can structure at all. So I'm not going to be introducing anything new tonight. Tonight we're just going to be practicing implementing this stuff in the market. So without further ado, going over exits. We will do exits in another video. Exits are like their own thing. There's going to be a lot of videos just on exits. Exits are harder than entries. Exits are harder than entries. For right now, if you want to learn when to exit, watch Easton's video on support and resistance, and that'll give you like just a super basic idea of how you can be looking to target. And I'll show you an example of that actually right here. Yeah, take your profits when you're satisfied. That's one way to do it, Charles. Okay, well, why don't we start off on Euro USD? So if you guys remember, last, I believe it was Thursday when we had our last session, we talked about Euro USD, and I told you guys that Euro USD was bearish. Bearish market conditions, and that this was the recent swing high, which was our structural point. Okay. So this is what we had talked about, and I encourage you guys to go back and watch the video again if you aren't already familiar with what I'm talking about. But this was the zone that we had drawn. And at that time, guys, at that time, the market was like off in here somewhere. The market was off in here. Okay? So what happened? Well, A, what happened is NFP came and everyone got scared. But B, yeah, it's emotions mostly. Because if you were on there, you know that this zone right here was our structural point, and you knew that the trading plan at this time was what? Pull back, sell. Right? Pretty simple trading plan that we discussed. And that's exactly what happened, guys. Price came back up after we talked about it, up into the structural zone in here. And then, so let's tie this up. She fell immediately, right back down to the lows. And then what did she do? Rose back up into our structural zone, and then what? Fell again. all the way down. Now, where did she end up? What is this right here? I had this marked. I marked this not on the live session, but I marked it afterwards when I was looking at where she might be heading to. Guys, look at what's going on down here. Look at this. Look at this whole area. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Guys, it shouldn't have been too difficult here if you understand support and resistance or supply and demand, which I'm going to go over supply and demand at a later time, very powerful, to know that this was a pretty solid downside target. So for everybody who was there on this session and looking at this analysis live market, this was a fantastic trade to take. A sell from up here, she gave you the opportunity for a perfect entry right in here. Sell down to this point, take your profits, put your TP just above the area, somewhere like right here, 60 pips. Boom, you're out of the trade. That's that. Pips. That's how you do it. This is a trade that played out live for everyone. And, you know, a lot of people are here talking about exits. Well, if you didn't draw this support down here, bringing in other concepts, and you were just looking at market structure, then there's several ways you can do it. I mean, you can get out whenever you're happy. You know, you could just do a preset risk to reward of like 2 or 3 to 1 or something. Or honestly, you can just follow structure. So guys, where's structure right now? Structure right now is right here, right in this area. That's our structural point. Boom, right here. That's simple. So you can hold this sell trade. You can still be in this sell trade. When are you going to exit the sell trade? When price breaks and retests, and then it's going to go. Does that make sense? Because otherwise, what's price going to do? It's going to come right into this area and it's going to drop again. It might even continue on. We don't know. We're going to see. But does that make sense to everyone? The trading plan, understanding what's going on in the live market right now? Pretty simple, right? Pretty simple. So question, quick question, and you don't have to be honest with me. Which one of you actually took the sell trade from the structural point? Is that an inverted head and shoulders? Oh, yes, it is. But the inverted head and shoulder doesn't activate, and so guess what? The neckline breaks. What's the neckline? The neckline structure. We're going to do a whole video on chart patterns and market structure, but they're the same thing. So, yeah, guys, so the play, like everyone was like, I don't know what to do for NFP. Is it a buy or a sell? I don't know. Let's gamble. Let's throw a 10 lot on a sell and hope for the best. Well, I mean, it was a very easy sell based on what we had discussed. Very easy, just based on market structure, guys. You don't need anything else. You know, my goal is to come in here and show you guys that trading is simple. Everyone can do it. Everyone can make money, and really just I'm here to make it approachable for everyone. Because the thing is, guys, like imagine if I took it, made a few bucks, did the testing with good. Yeah, good. You know, and then the thing is, guys, like imagine the power, you know, like regardless of what happens, whether people are able to build or not, people are not going to go anywhere. Your team is not going to go anywhere. Everyone in your team is making money in the markets. And if it's really this simple, then it's important that you guys take it seriously and apply what's going on. And the thing is like nobody can make money if you don't click the buy or sell button. So, you know, there's a big aspect of this. It's psychology. Because I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. The technicals is easy. They're easy. They're not too difficult. They're only difficult if you don't know what you're doing or someone's showing you the wrong stuff. But once you know what you're doing, it's really easy. Guys, I literally drew a box on the screen. I just drew a box. And it was 60 pips. On a standard lot, that's $600. Like, that's stupid. That's the dumbest money I've ever heard of in my life. That's just, I can't even fathom that. Like, the technicals, it's not hard, guys. It's just a matter of following through with your trading plan. Okay, so that was Euro USD. Quick recap on Euro USD for practice. I'm going to erase everything. Euro USD was in bullish structure right in here. Higher highs, higher lows. Boom, just like this. Okay? Just like this bullish structure. When the market broke right here, when it broke structure, what did it do? It went down, right? Because what else is it going to do? What else is it going to do? It's not going to break structure to the downside and go up. Yeah, retested, and then it came down, and then what did it do? It held at the new structural point, which was right here. Came down, came back up. Meanwhile, everyone's getting scared. Everyone's like, I don't know what to do. Oh, dropped. Look, guys. The market has not broken structure at all. The market has held at structure the entire way. The market has held in structure since, when was this? This was July 31st. So it's been a week now, guys. Euro USD has been a sell trade for a week and nothing else. And it's been that simple, that easy. So it doesn't matter when in this past week you opened up Euro USD on the 1 hour chart. It doesn't matter what the candle was. Every single candle was a sell trade for you with high confidence, high probability. So let me ask you something. What's the problem? Once it made support, the new resistance sell was the problem. Yeah, what's the problem? And I say it like that. I say it like that because one thing that really held me personally back, was obviously like the technical stuff, like that's its own gig, but once you get through that barrier, all those barriers, I should say, the next barrier you've got to get through is psychology. And that's what, that's what's coming. So I'm just being honest with you guys. And I know that that's something that everyone else struggles with because guess what? I struggled with it a lot. And it at some point, I just had to get over it and get going with it. And so that's why I hit on that so much. That's why I'm trying to show you guys, what's up. Because I really care about y'all. I really want y'all to make money. I'm here tonight, not because I need to be. I'm here tonight because I want to be. I want you guys to make money. And I'm going to talk to you guys like you're my family, like y'all are my friends. That's exactly, y'all are my friends. I'm going to tell y'all exactly what I tell my friends. You need to execute. You need to follow the trading plan. It is simple if you know what you're doing. You make it look so easy. It is easy. It's not easy. It's simple, though. It's simple. So if it breaks resistance, it tests the support, you would look for a buy. Not necessarily. We're not talking about support and resistance in this session necessarily. That's kind of its own concept. We're just looking at market structure. It doesn't matter what it was retesting. It doesn't matter what it broke. Every single candle since this vertical line was a sell trade. I don't care what candle. I pick a candle, any candle. It was a sell trade. The market's been going down. And it's been holding its structure. At any given moment, your stop loss would have been above structure. What's the problem? See, don't make it more complicated. I don't need support resistance on my chart right now. I don't need a trend line. I don't need an indicator. I don't need a moving average. Okay. So is everybody comfortable and understand how they should have been trading Euro USD this week? What gets me is when it's most likely to turn around. Well, when it turns around, you'll be ready. Check this out. Structure's right here, right? Structure's right here right now. Notice structure is not broken this entire time. We've continued to go down. If this breaks, you'll begin looking for buy trades. That's simple. until structure breaks again to the downside. Then you'll go back to selling. That's simple. Otherwise, just keep selling. I mean, like, while it's going down. Yeah, but the thing is, bro, is like, that's because you're pulling in, like, if the market, like, if you open up the market and you determine that it's bearish structure, bearish market conditions, market's going down, but you're constantly, like, worrying about a potential reversal, then how are you going to make money? Because, like, the key is to the key is not to just trade with the trend. The key is not, everyone says trade with the trend, trade with the trend. Yes, you need to trade with the trend, but it's not just trading with the trend. It's also focusing on trades that are aligned with the trend. You know, like, instead of looking for reasons to buy in here, instead of pulling over supports and trend lines and whatever else and being scared that the market's going to reverse, it's important to focus on why the market is going to continue. See, what everyone does, and it's a big mistake, and partially it's because a lot of people they haven't been trading this way for long enough. They don't understand the concepts. But, like, the market's going down, what's everyone doing? Everyone's looking to buy. They're looking for a market reversal so they can start buying. And the thing is that you should be only looking for reasons to sell. Any reason in the world to sell, you should sell. But any buy signal is really invalid, or it's high risk. Okay. I have the same issue. A lot of people bought on the 15-minute. Yeah. So the 15-minute chart here did break structure. Let's go talk about the 15-minute. Let's go talk about the 15-minute. This stuff works on every time frame, guys. And yes, like, there are going to be losing trades, but okay, so it works most of the time. All right, so here's the 15-minute time frame, and here's the area that we were looking at on the hour. You guys remember we pulled it up to this wick right here. So let me ask you something. Let me ask you guys something. On the 15-minute time frame, if you were looking for entries from the hour structure, why would this have been a buy? Why would it have been a buy? Did price break, retest? No. Price broke and said, nah, screw that. Came right back in. Guys, anybody who bought this on NFP on Friday, anybody who bought this made a big mistake, because guess what we did? Guess what we did? Price came up, it came back in. Guess what we did? We said, thank you for such a wonderful sell opportunity. Woo! Big green candle, sweet. Sweet, thank you. News, okay. News, I personally, guys, like, most of the time, I don't trade news. And the only time that I'll hold a position through news is A, if I already know what's going to come from it, because I do have a pretty good grip on fundamentals, or B, like, if I'm in a swing trade and I'm like, screw it, you know, like, let's ride through this and see how it goes. But, like, I don't intraday trade lower time frames when news is hitting, because, you know, it's there to kill you. Like, news is not there to be your friend and make you money. Like, news is set up for institutions to take your money. And when you realize that, you won't want to trade it as much. But yeah, like, guys, and again, like don't focus on anything except for what you see in front of you. You know, news and fundamentals, that's all advanced. It's not important. Look what happened in front of you guys. The market held its structure. What do? Sell trade. That's simple. That's simple. Big boys waited on us to make a buy to reverse to a sell. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, me and JP Morgan sold right here. You know? Like, why do you think this happened, guys? This happened because they know that everyone's going to hop in and take a buy, all the retail traders. Do you buy on the first candle? No. No. Well, Paris sometimes. It depends. What I like to see typically, like in this case, like specifically this case, like if price, this green candle right here, right? If price, let me give it a circle, and let's get a box. If price had held right here, like at least one candle, I would have considered a buy trade, yeah. But in this specific case, I'm also going to take note of this rejection right here to my left. But yeah, like in general, I need to see price break and sustain. You know, and honestly, like the more candles you get that sustain, the better the trade opportunity, you know? Just the better the trade opportunity. Okay, so yeah, guys, and look what happened, okay? Check this out. You guys, I'm going to blow y'all's mind, okay? So y'all see this? This was our structure. This works on every time frame. What was the structure on the 15-minute? We were going down, right? We were going down. Where was structure? Structure was right here. What happened? Structure broke. After it broke, you looked for a retest. You get your retest, and guys, remember, the retest is not necessarily going to hold right there at structure. It can come there and go up. It can come deeper and go up. And it can come all the way back to the new structural point and go up, which was right here. So price broke, retested, it went up. Any one of these candles, let me erase this now. It's getting on my nerves. Any one of these candles right here, oh my goodness. Any one of these you could have bought. These red candles, could have bought. Went back up, double topped, at a resistance level, you know, you needed to be out. It was a very quick trade. Maybe you caught it, maybe you didn't. But you see how it worked, right? Price broke structure, it retested, it flew up, at least to the highs. Then what happened? Structure was right here, right? Price broke structure. You're saying, sweet, I guess we're bearish. When price breaks this structure, structure now becomes right here, these highs. We're bearish. So let's mark this right here. Let's get rid of these arrows now. So right here is our recent swing low. So swing low. And right here is our recent swing high. This is our structural point, and we're bearish. So once this broke right here, what's our trading plan? We need to see a retracement, sell. Somewhere in here. What's the problem, guys? It doesn't matter where in here you decided to go ahead and hop in the sell. Make your life easier. Make your life easier, throw a trend line on. When it breaks, hop in. You know, it's crazy because like what's in front of you is so simple, right? But it's so powerful. It's so powerful. 34 pips, just like that. Psychology side of it, thinking like the billionaires control the trends. We get inside the mind, how they think. Yeah, guys, like this is like 101, Forex 101, hedge funds is what they're gonna go over with you. Market structure. How does the market move? Market fundamentals. This is how the market moves. You guys see it, right? I'm showing y'all. I can pull up anything. Let's pull up another pair. I'm tired of being on NU. Too many pips here. Let's go somewhere else. What? Let's do pound CAD. Trades pound CAD. Okay, what in the world do I have going on here on pound CAD? Oh. Hey, I actually did pound CAD in one of my weekly trade forecasts like a while back. I think this is the first time I've pulled it up since then. Look, guys. Look at this. Look how simple trading is. Seriously, I called this trade. How many pips is this thing running? Told everyone to stay into the bottom of the channel. It's running 710 pips. This is so simple. Okay, let's look at market structure. 710 pips. I did a swing trade analysis on a weekly trade forecast not long ago, back in June for this. Okay, let's talk about market structure, guys. All right, market was bullish over here. We're holding its structure. Where's our structural zone? Right here. Where do you make these announcements? I do them on my personal Facebook page. My personal Facebook page. I'll do them. Okay. So structure was right in here. Okay. Guys, when this broke, it was time to sell. So play around, boom. Sell trade. Doesn't really matter where. Doesn't really matter where. And honestly, structure was higher, so I mean it was like a line right here. So it broke right in here. But let's say you had the zone pulled down to be safe. It doesn't really matter. This candle right here, is a great entry. Sell that. Sell, click the sell button if you see this. What does term structural zone mean? You're referring to the last low. Yes, I'm referring to the last low. And guys, if any of you are unsure about the content that I'm going over, make sure and check out the previous Forex and Chill sessions that I've held. I've had 2 of them so far. Paris has been eating off Pound Cat good. Yeah, I mean, she's just flying down, you know. Okay, now, did structure hold in here? Let's take a look. Y'all tell me. Where was structure at? Structure was right here. Structure was right here, coming down. We needed to see price, before we can update structure, we needed to see price at least break the lows. You know? So we're just going sideways. Does anyone remember the name for this market condition? Consolidation. Back and forth. Back and forth. Back and forth. Which way is it going to break? I don't know. And I don't care. Because guess what, guys? How do you play a consolidating market? Those of you who watched my EU video not long ago, you understand how you play a consolidating market. If it breaks and retests, great. Structure broke. We're going up. If price breaks and retests the downside, sweet. We're going to remain bearish. What's the problem? How many pips? How many pips? That alone was like 470. Still running. There's no reason to be out of this trade. Why are you going to be out of this trade? What's the problem? Exactly. I promise y'all, like, your trading will not be the same for you once you start to practice this. Let's do another pair. Pound Aussie. Let's do all the pound pairs. Screw it. What do I have on here? Let's see. Okay, bullish until the ascending channel breaches. It breached, and it just dropped. Okay, cool. Let's talk about this. All right, I also did this one back in, I did this like a week ago, I think. Pound Aussie. How many pips is this running? Let's say you just sold somewhere in here. This one's running 200 so pips. I know you want to hold it, but what if you're up $400 before you know it? It just goes all the way up, and you just lost out on some bank. Okay, let's talk about that. Let's talk about, give me 1 second, I'll address that. When do you know when to get out? Okay, when do you know when to get out? Okay, so look guys, so I was, let's just, in my mind, right, live market over here, what I was looking at. I haven't looked at this since I did whatever markup this is. So I was looking at this, I was like, okay, we're going up. And I was like, when this channel breach, look, I even have it circled. When this channel breaches and sustains out here, I want to sell this. So what happened, guys? And this was over in here. So we stayed in this channel. We bought up real nicely, went up into my zone, whatever I had. Great. Okay, cool. So what happened? Price flew down. When it flew down, what did it do? What did it do? It broke structure, right? It broke the bullish structure. So now what? Now we're officially bearish. What's the market gonna do when it goes bearish? It's gonna go down. I mean, it's, you know. So here's my trading plan. Price broke, retested just like I expected it would, and then what did it do? What does my next arrow say? Whee! You know, just pips, guys. Money on the table, easy money. You know how easy it's going to be to grow your business when every single person on your team is making money in here, being on our sessions, learning what's up? Sell trade right here. All right, now for people asking, when are you going to get out of this trade? Why are you getting out of this trade? Somebody explain to me, please. Somebody please, why? Why would you ever, is there any reason to exit this trade? Let's take a look. So price breaks this, retest. We say, sweet, we're in the sell. Where are we selling to? I don't know. Whenever structure breaks, screw it. Who cares, right? Because the market's going to keep going down as long as structure holds. And when structure breaks, guess what? We're going to buy. Okay, cool. Real simple. No need to predict. They want to cash out and go spend it on Fortnite. Hey, for y'all who didn't, for those of you who didn't watch Paris's live earlier, you need to. Lots of value was dropped. Lots of value. Okay. Price starts going down. And then what happens? Price pulls back. It pulls back right into here. And then once price comes back down to the lows, we say, okay, our structural point's right here. And then price goes sideways for a bit, and then what happens? There's no reason to exit this trade until this level breaks, and then whew, here we go. Somebody tell me, does structure break ever in here? Does structure ever break? Where's structure right now? Why would you exit the trade? There's no reason to exit the trade. There's no reason to exit this trade unless you need to stop watching the market. Your girlfriend's nagging you. You need to take her out. I mean, there's like no reason. Like, I mean, really. 6 minutes left. Thanks, Charles. I appreciate it. I never know when this thing cuts me off. It's like super savage. You should still be in this trade. There's no reason. Guys, check this out. GA has been bearish now for, when did this happen? This was, what, 5 days ago? 4 days ago? GA has been bearish for 4 days now. It doesn't matter when in the past 4 days you pulled this chart up. It doesn't matter what candle you saw, you should have sold. That's simple. That's simple. I mean, you know, use your head. Like, don't sell the giant red candle when you got to put your stop loss all the way up here, you know. But I mean, you guys know what I'm talking about, right? So you tell me that I've been having many heart attacks for no reason. Yeah, yeah, basically. You know I'm pre-med, right? I mean, like, you know, and that's the other thing too. Like, if it really bothers you that much to hold the trade while the market's going down, you probably need to decrease your lot sizes. And that's real talk right there. You need to decrease your lot sizes. Guys, how many pips is this right here? This is 200 pips. This is 200 pips. You don't need to take a standard lot to make money if you can catch 200 pips. How many pips did you guys saw my markup I just had on what was that, pound CAD? Guys, that was 700 pips. You don't need to take a 0.5 lot to make good money with 700 pips in your pocket. On the smaller time frames, not anymore. There's a lot of ways to trade the market, guys, but there's no need to make it harder than this. Look, simple. Let's do it again. EJPY. Okay, another great example. Guys, I marked this up live, not in this group, but on my own thing. I marked this up live, and it played out perfectly. And then, guys, we came on here live, and we talked about GJ. And we talked about where was her structure when we did this. Her structure was right here. when we had talked about it. You can go watch the previous videos that we have in the group and take a look. And what was the deal, guys? I was like, look, I even had a support coming over, and I was like, honestly, like I don't like this level, you know. So I'm gonna be watching this. Maybe it'll break. If it breaks, I'm gonna start buying. I'm not gonna buy until then. Otherwise, I'm still gonna keep my bearish bias. And really, I'd like to see this break and retest so I can sell it again. Otherwise, what did it do? What did it do? Guys, since we did this, GJ has dropped another 130 pips since we looked at this live on Thursday. And you knew she was bearish. Has she broken structure since then? Yeah. So why if you didn't hop in the trade seeing this, why? The answer is your psychology. B, if you did hop in these trades, why are you out of the trade? You should be running a sell trade on GJ, you know? Like, doesn't matter when you pulled it up. Oh, let's do EJ. Okay, EJ. All right, here's a good example. So again, something that, you know, I was selling after this broke and retested. Let's get rid of all this. 3 minutes. Thank you, guys. Thank you. All right. Structure broke right in here when we were bullish. Structure broke. We held at the highs, and we went down. And it was that simple. Has structure broken on EJ? I'm following it down, guys. Look at the swings that I'm marking. Has it broken? Has it broken? Ah, here we go. Structure broke. Finally structure broke, guys. Right here. Boom. Structure broke. So right now, structure broke right now. So what are we going to do? We're going to move structure down here to these lows. And our trading plan is very simple. We're looking for a buy trade unless price breaks the low, and then we'll begin selling again. It's that simple. You might take a small loss. It doesn't matter. You guys see how consistent this is. Look, that's how you do it. That's it. It's that simple. 60 seconds. Talk fast. I need 2 more minutes of money. Guys, this market right here, it's been bearish since, again, a week. No excuses. Should have been selling the whole time. New Zealand yen. Let's talk about New Zealand yen. Okay, you know what? We actually don't have time. We don't have time, but guys, look. Structure was right in here. And look, guys, look, check this out. Even if you moved structure down to this little swing right here, this little swing right here, what did it do, guys? It broke, it retested, and it flew up. You know, it was a quick trade. It was a quick trade, but that's how the market works, guys. It was a quick see out, especially like you could have entered on the 15 and got probably a really solid trade on that. Yeah. And on the 15, get out at these highs. That was it. All right, guys, do y'all have questions for me? I got less than a minute. All right. Well, I love you guys. I hope that you will use this. I really do. I want to see y'all making money. If you do make money and you guys are using this, let me know.
Okay, guys, pretty simple, right?
let's take a look at GU this week. All right, let's just let's do it on the hour time frame here. And I'm just going to start over here on the left-hand side of my chart and work my way down. And let's just talk about how you guys should have been trading GU this week. All right, now, first of all, going into this week, and let's just get specific here. This week started on the 12th. So let's come over here to the, where's the 12th at? Yeah, it is, isn't it? Let's see. It's right somewhere in here. All right, let's go to the lower time frames then. All right, good enough. All right, so here is GU for the week, and this is going to be good because you guys get to see winning and losing trades. Right now, guys, the main structural level throughout the week was right up here. Okay, it was right up here throughout the week on GU, and obviously, guys, we were bearish. So bearish market conditions, which means everyone should have been doing what? Selling, right? So first thing I noticed going into the week, you know, somewhere off in here, was everyone should have been looking for sell trades from this area right up here, which is where our main structure was at. And I'd even say if you guys look at like this right here and this right here, you know, I would have even brought structure down, like right in this area. So one big zone up here, which is our structural zone for a sell-off. So right in here, guys, this was your first trade opportunity of the week, somewhere over off in here, with your stop loss up above. And TP is dependent on you guys, but the first major, so I know someone asked me about support and resistance. Where is the next support and resistance? Right off in here. So that's your target. It would have been hit, and that was the trade. Okay, so kind of one of those things where, you know, if you did not have that support level marked and you weren't targeting it, you know, you may not have gotten a great exit on that. You may have even lost the trade. So that was the first trade opportunity of the week. Now, once price got down here, you could have taken a buy trade, but what would have been the reason why you would have not taken a buy trade? That's a good reason to not take the, I know the buy trade worked, but give me a reason why you would not take it. Because it's counter trend, right? Yeah, Charles, exactly. Consolidation. You know, and the thing is we don't like to trade necessarily. Yeah, bearish structure, exactly. You know, when we're heading down, flying down like this, you know, and we're going sideways, any trade opportunities start to become fairly risky unless it's at least from the structural level, which is what we have marked up here. So you could have taken this buy trade, but it would have been higher risk. So what's the next trade opportunity? Well, price comes back. Let's pull our zone over here. Let's pull our zone over. And after seeing, let me show you guys this real quick, because this is important. Let me get rid of this trade and get rid of this little, actually keep the circle here. So you know how I showed you guys these two zones? Well, after seeing that price came up a little further in this area before reversing, I actually think I lost. When price comes up to this area, what I'm going to do in the live market is I'm going to take this big zone and I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to pull it up right to about this right here, right where, get rid of this circle, right where these wicks came up, so maybe just slightly lower. And this is the zone I'm going to be looking at for structure. Okay, so when we talk about trade opportunities, when price came up over here, there was not a good sell opportunity because price just busted right through. Like you guys can see over here, there's rejection, there's wicks, there's pausing, right? What did price do over here? When it got here, just busted right through it. And then it retested. That's this red candle right here. This one. And what should you have done on that trade? Should have bought, right? Here's a buy trade. Stop loss, you could have put it beneath this zone here. It would have been slightly riskier. Ultimately, you would have had to have gone here, right? And, you know, your targets would have been, you know, whatever. Doesn't really matter where your targets were, because honestly, like put a theoretical target anywhere up here. The second that you guys see this candle right here, boy, you better be out of that trade. Just so everyone knows, this candle right here says you are wrong, get out of this trade. Okay? So, kind of one of those things, guys, like, and this is why I'm glad someone said GU, because we get to talk about areas where you need to incorporate a couple other things, you know, to trade, you know, profitably. Because, you know, even if you knew structure and you took the sell trade, if you didn't know how to take your profits effectively, you may not have gotten out, you know. And over here, same thing, you know, if you're in this buy trade, if you didn't understand when you needed to get out of this buy trade, you may have had some issues. Another thing too, though, let me get rid of this trade right here. Another thing too, though, is notice how when we broke and we retested and we made a higher high, where is structure now? Structure is right in this area, right here. Okay? That was structure. So even if you didn't get out at the big scary candle that told you to sell, you should have been out very quick after that, out of the small loss. So for those of you who are keeping track, you're looking at anywhere between 6 pips to, you know, 16 pips losing trade, you know, if you weren't out somewhere in here.
It's hard.
And then what did you do?
It's hard.
Sell trade, like so. All right? And then that worked out nice and dandy. Nice and dandy. Could have added a position when price broke this support down here and retested. Put your stop loss above the structural point at that time, which is right, let me move this for you guys, right in here. So this needs to come up a little higher. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rejections. Take profits. If you didn't know there was a support down there, it formed one in front of you. So what's the net result? We've got one trade over here, minus 16 pips. This guy should have at least been break even over here on the left. So we'll just say, give it benefit of the doubt, break even. Minus 16 pips here, plus 75 pips here, plus 33 pips here. Come on, guys. GU should have been a total win for everybody this week. What happens over here? Structure held this whole time in here, by the way. And then we get a structure update right here. Price breaks, it retests, you buy. Price breaks and retests to the downside, you sell. What's the problem? Boom. Where's structure right now, guys? Structure right now. Right here. Right here. Okay? Does everyone understand this little walkthrough we did on GU? Does anyone have any questions about this? I'm on a lower time frame. Things got a little hairy in some areas. So, you know, if you're not used to trading with this stuff yet, I understand it might be confusing. So let me know if you guys have questions. I try and, you know, think back to when I was first learning and explain it in simpler terms. Okay, let's go over to EU. Everyone likes EU, right? I'm sure everyone in here is trading EU. All right, so let's talk about EU. So EU has like been bearish for a a while now. In fact, I had an analysis on EU, and I had a support over in here. I had a resistance up here. And for those of you who follow me on Facebook, I'm sure you guys remember this. I told everybody that when this breaks to the upside, you're going to buy. And then when it breaks to the downside, you're going to sell. And I know a lot of people saw my analysis because a lot of people took my analysis and started sharing it with their groups. But look at this, guys. It's been a minute since we did that, but look what happened here. Look what happened here just recently. We broke, we retested, and what's the problem? You gotta enjoy how well this stuff works. All right. All right. Are we bullish or are we bearish on EU? Who can tell me? It is beautiful. It is beautiful. Woo. We're bearish. So once it broke the zone, we were good. Yes. Yes, we were. Once it broke the zone, it was good to go. What's it going to do? Break the zone down and then go up? No, ma'am. It's interesting to hear the lingo. Euro USD is EU. Going to have to get used to that. Yeah. Yeah, that's, you're going to hear that a lot. EU, AU, GC. It's the abbreviations. Still bearish. Yep, still bearish until this breaks. So the trading plan for EU on a 1 hour is sell probably to the recent lows, and if this will break, you can buy it. It's that simple. It's this simple. This simple. Veronica's already a pip catching queen. So wait, we see what the market. Yes, absolutely. So I know that a lot of people have a very important misconception about how to trade the markets. So a lot of people, and the problem is that most of the people who teach how to trade, guys, who are like online and stuff, most of these guys don't know what they're doing. There's signs, and by the time you guys watch our sessions and stuff, you're going to start to pick up on this yourselves, and you're going to really see like who knows what they're doing and who doesn't. But the people who will come in and tell you, oh, the market's going to do this for sure, that's the trade, you know, those guys don't know what they're doing, because like you can't predict or tell the market what it's going to do. It doesn't work like that. Like I'm not going to come on here and be like, EU, you're going down. Like it's not going to, like I'm going to blow my account. So what you have to do is when you open up a Forex chart, you have to ask yourself one thing. You have to ask yourself one thing. When do I want to buy? When do I want to sell? It's this simple, guys. If you know when you want to buy and you know when you want to sell, then 95% of the battle is already won. All you got to do now is click the button and execute, which, to be honest, is not as easy as it sounds. To be fair, psychology is something else. Where do I want to buy? Where do I want to sell? It makes it very easy. See, like guys, it's a thing of control. Like that Sprite sounds good. It's actually a giant jug of water. How do we know how long to be in a trade? Well, let me ask you something. If you sold EU right here, we discussed, is there really any reason to have exited the sell trade up to this point, running 188 pips based on market structure? Not really, right? So, I mean, the thing is what I want you guys to know is that there's going to be some times when market structure it just carries on, baby. Like 500 pips, 1,000 pips, it'll do it, you know, and it'll just keep on going. You just keep riding the wave. And then there's going to be times where, you know, you're going to want to get out at the next major level, you know, and because market structure will reverse on you. And so there's no perfect way to exit a trade, guys. There's lots of different techniques and strategies and styles you can use. But ultimately, what I found through my personal experience and mentoring people and showing them what's up for a while now is that what works best for each person is kind of dependent on their own style, like their own personality. You know, like some people, like they cannot hold on to trades. Like it just kills them. So for those guys, like, yeah, it's better to, you know, take partial profits, move stop loss to break even, you know, set a target somewhere. And, you know, for the other people, like they need to, you know, they need the other ways. How are you using that color thing? I like it. How do you know where to place it? I'm not exactly sure what you're looking at. Europe, Australia, unless you take Europe, Australia. I've never heard someone say EU as Europe, Australia. How to measure pips. Oh, this thing right here is this tool over here on TradingView. And then there's also this measuring tool right here, which you can just like this. Okay. All right, guys. I'm gonna keep going. So, the when do I want to buy? When do I want to sell? So, guys, like right now in the market, you know, like I'm not scared. I'm not scared to take a sell. Like I'm really not. Like I don't care. I don't give a shit if I lose the trade, guys. I don't care. Why do I not care? This is important. It's not just because I'm some Forex god or guru or something. It has nothing to do with it. I don't care if I lose this trade because I understand what I'm doing regardless. Yeah, exactly. You know, like I know that if I lose this trade, then I'm going to turn around and win this trade. So I don't care. You know, and honestly, even if I sold here and lost and then I bought and I lost again because like maybe I got whipsawed on structure, I'm going to win the next trade. I don't care. You know, and overall at the end of the week, at the end of the month, I know that my account is going to be up. So, and when you know that and you have that kind of like consistency and you have that clarity when you're trading, like you know how you're going to not predict, but react. You know, everything becomes so much simpler. Risk is a part of trading. Take losses like wins. Yeah, and that's another thing. I don't really get excited when I win a trade. If you get excited when you win a trade, you probably need to lower your lot size, to be honest. That's just a little tidbit technique. Okay. All right, so that is EU for the week. So guys, this right here, this whole idea of reacting and not predicting and having this clarity and comfortability trading, this is more important than probably any technical analysis I can ever teach you. So take that for what it's worth. Okay, let's go somewhere else. I'm bored. Let's do GJ. GJ. Okay, Jesus, guys. Someone want to tell me what the problem is here? Just giant downtrends. Okay, well, let's have some fun. GJ 1 hour. Let's start over here in this area. So the date that I just marked, guys, right over here, July 18th. It's now August 15th. So it's been about 1 month. So for the last month, for pretty much the entire time, you should have been selling GJ. And if you did anything but that, you probably did something wrong. Probably did something wrong. All right. So structure was right here. And then at this point, structure got moved to right here. And, you know, bullish, by the way, guys, just so everyone understands. We're watching the recent lows if we're bullish. And then boom, we break. And when we break and we start sustaining, that's the sell trade. Boom. And that's it. And then we're going to follow structure down here. And I'm not going to move the box because that's super tedious. Oh, man, the ad got me. Guys, I swear they made the X on TradingView smaller on the ads. Yeah, way to go. Way to go. Glad you caught GJ. We're going to follow structure, guys. And I want y'all to tell me if structure breaks. Box ad equals support, remember? Man, they get me. I'm gonna pay them. I would honestly pay TradingView. I love what they offer. Oh my God, you guys are gonna be so mad when I show y'all that this held. Okay, where's my box? Come here. All right, let's talk about this for a second. This area right in here. This is very important. Very important. Do you guys see this right here? All right. You don't want to be faked out by this. Check it out. There's two ways you guys can look at this, okay? A, structure was right in here. It was at the top right here, this green candle, down to these wicks right here. Price broke, did not hold on the other side. Flew back in, you needed to remain in your sell trade. Another thing is, guys, in this spot right here specifically, notice these reactions right here. This is our recent swing low, okay, right over here. And when you're looking at this, and I'm looking at this, I already know that price wants to do what? You guys remember from our first few sessions where we talked about the basics. Price wants to pull back to this and then drop. That's its favorite thing to do. So this whole time in here, I'm watching for this, and I'm not gonna buy. Even if structure did break and sustain right here, I'm probably not gonna buy until I see what happens here. So this is important because this can help you guys not get whipsawed. Do you guys see how crisp this break and retest of the recent swing was right here? It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And then boom, that's all she wrote, down and went. All right. Came down, boom, boom. Okay, so right here, guys, right here, this is where you take a loss. This is where you take a loss. Maybe. I'm going to show you guys something, and I'll let y'all be the judge of it. But okay, we break. Structure is, let's grab this right over here. Boom. All right. The candle, so watch this, guys. The candle that broke structure is this green one right here. All right. Now the retest candle is this right here. Now, for those of you who know price action, and I understand that not everyone does, but does this candle scream buy? Hell no. Yeah, no. See, I'm not going to buy that. Here's the thing, like, out of all the setups across all the pairs, across all the time frames, like, I'm not going to take this particular setup. Even if I've been waiting on GJ to switch structure for a month, I'm still not going to buy this. Now, I may close out of my sell position just to be safe, but I'm not going to just hop in a buy trade seeing that candle. And at this point, after seeing this candle, I'm looking at these look at the next candle. The next candle doesn't really make me feel warm and comfy either. The next candle, I'm really thinking, screw this. And at this point, I'm thinking, honestly, like I need another reason to buy this at this point. Like yeah, exactly. No confirmation. Exactly. Yeah. I'm like, give me at this point, like, give me something else. Anything else. And this is when like I'll start to be like, okay, I'm thinking, screw this. What's really going on here? And I pull up my fibs and I'm like, yeah, nope, not doing it. Not doing it, and then we fly down, right? Worst case scenario, if you guys did let that fake you out, you should have been in the sell again down here. Boom. All right. All right. Okay, so hit me with questions, guys. Do y'all have any questions on anything at all? Because I mean, this is you're gonna learn today. Yeah. Trying to read through some of y'all's comments. Oh, crazy. That's a change in direction towards the next level, isn't it? Yes. Yeah, normally what that means is there's something else there that's in the way. It's probably retesting a level that you don't see on the screen in front of you. Normally that's something that's going on, which is something you can always go check out as well. As long as you learn the basics, you have a trading plan. Yeah, that's a great comment. I'm gonna actually, Mark, I'm glad you said that. I think I'm gonna make a whole Forex and Chill session over trading plan and the importance of that. So wait until a solid candle. Yeah. I mean, and me personally, like I like to see, like I either like to see a few candles close, or I at least like to see a candlestick that tells me that what I'm seeing makes sense. Like, so okay, like right here, for instance, right in this area, we broke down here and we held, and like notice how, let's see here. So notice how this candle, this green candle right here, came up and then wicked back down and held. And then the next candle right here, there's no bullish momentum here. Like everything's pretty much saying that we should continue on just fine. And even like look at this green candle right here, they're just exhausted up. So all of those tell me that, we're good to go. Engulfing candle is a good sign. Yes, it's a good sign. So how often are we checking our, well, I mean, that depends on what time frame you're trading. I mean, you can trade the 5 minute or you can trade the 4 hour. It's really, it's up to you and your preference. A lot of it also is going to depend on how much money you have in your account. You can't really swing trade with a small account. It's just not. It just doesn't work like that. So okay. So 4 hour we check in for, yeah. And that's if you're trading the 4 hour and you're also entering on the 4 hour. It's, let me see. So just as a good example, like in this area, let me clear this all off. And boom. Okay. So if you're in this area and, and look, structure held, this is another thing, guys, I don't really talk about too much because it's a little more advanced and I really want to keep this simple, but higher time frame structure on 4 hour was right here, which is another reason why that happened. But, each of these candles is 4 hours, so like right now, if I'm waiting for a buy on GJ, I know that I don't need to just see this thing break. Like I need to see it break and hold. So I'm minimum, even if this thing flew up, I'm minimum 2 candles away on this chart from being willing to buy, which means I'm at least 8 hours out from being willing to buy, which means I can go to IHOP, go into a food coma, wake up in 8 hours and make a decision and not have to worry about anything. Does that make sense? 5-star, you're right, Robert. You're right. 5-star meals only. 5-star meals only. That right there is why I'm getting fat, though. Okay. Let's go look at gold. Actually, you know what? How much time do I got? 5 minutes left. I want to show y'all something. Since Easton brought up my pride and joy in his session, the other night, I figured I'd come on here and personally talk to y'all about it. You tried, baby. That's right. Okay, you try. Now, a lot of people ask me why because for those of you who don't know, I trade a lot of exotic pairs and commodities. And I like them because structure on in these markets tends to hold pretty well. Somebody put on it, yeah. Yeah. It holds pretty well. And so, you know, for me, someone who likes to look at market structure, and honestly, a lot of big boys, a lot of hedge funds and institutional traders, they look at pairs like this for a lot of their trades as well. Reason being is because they respect fundamental technical analysis. And so, you know, I'm going to show you guys here. I've got USD Turkish New Lira pulled up on the daily time frame, and this baby has been in bullish structure since, let's see here, since right here, which is, let's see, 20th March 18. So it's been about 5 months now. So USD Turkish New Lira has been a buy for 5 months. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you can be the laziest trader in the world and have pulled this up and taken a buy trade anytime in the last 5 months, and you'd be up enough pips to go buy a yacht right now. So that's why I like USD Turkish New Lira. And even if you go on like the weekly time frame, guys, has been, look at this. This thing has been bullish since the dawn of time. It's been bullish since right here on the weekly. So a place I can't spell, giving money out. Caught 100 overnight. Yeah, there's a lot of money to be made on this pair. But guys, if you don't have the money in your account to be trading this with proper risk management, don't touch it. But yeah, this thing went bullish. And when it went bullish, guys, it's currently running, what is that? 4,300. No, 43,800, something like that, somewhere around there. Pips. Stupid amount of pips. All right. But the reason why I pulled this up is not to necessarily tell you guys that I want y'all to trade this pair, because I actually don't. But I wanted to pull this up so that I could show you guys that what I'm teaching you, what I'm showing y'all, I mean, it works across the board and it works really well. And it's really going to open up a lot of doors for you in trading, just in general, because it's so powerful. 2 minutes. Thanks, fam. All right. Well, 2 minutes. The 2 minute warning is here, guys. Do y'all have any questions for me before I sign off for the evening? Pull up GA. You got it. GA. Let's see here. Oh, what? Hurry. I'm hurrying, man. All right. She's bearish. What's your question, concern, or problem, Charles? I'm in it at the top. Woo! Yeah. Let's go, guys. It's that simple. Whoop. That was it. Congratulations, gentlemen. All right. We're going to sign off for the evening. Hope y'all have a great night. Hope y'all make a lot of money.
Okay, guys, does anybody have any questions about what we have went over tonight? If you have any questions, go ahead and drop them in the chat. Okay. No questions? Okay, guys, just tonight for homework, it's going to be the same. Keep practicing, working on your entries. Tomorrow, we start with price action, okay? I love you guys, and I will see y'all tomorrow.